Us, the direct care worker. It's through our health occupation class, and it's going to certify people to work with the elderly. And we was at the state meeting, and they told us that 10,000 people a day turn 65 years old. 10,000 people in the United States a day turn 65, and that's going to be for the next 17 years. It's going to be like that. And that West Virginia was 10 years ahead of that. So there's going to be a need for 20,000 of those workers in 5 years. And the average age of those people that are caring for the elderly in-home care pretty much are family members and those type of people who aren't certified. And most of those people are in their 40s. So they're looking to get a lot of younger people in that. We just got in new bed and chair and something else, another piece of equipment. So it's going to happen. That's a new wave in healthcare, the direct care work. And they'll be certified. I think it's 55-hour clinical time. And I'm not sure of all the criteria for that, but I know that it's going to be a good thing for our kids here in Lincoln County, because obviously West Virginia, we have elderly. No matter if you're in Lincoln County, Putnam County, Kanawha County, Boone County. We're 10 years ahead of the United States according to the state people at the conference. I was going to show you some online web stuff, but just, folks, there's a ton of online web resources for students and instructors. I mean, it's unbelievable. If you go to the West Virginia State site and you get on the website for CTE, it's just unbelievable how much information is on there about the programs and what's going on in the state. Kids, students, there's a strategic compass. I mean, it can take you all the way from, if you say you want to be a welder, to whatever the jobs are out there, how much you'd be making and starting out, what you'd be making in 5 years, the certifications that you need, on and on. I mean, it's just so much thing. Another new site is Insight. That's not only for CTE, that's for everybody, but CTE has their own little icon to click on that. And it takes you through all the requirements for all the clusters of classes throughout the whole gamut of CTE. And there's 11 classes we offer, but there's a lot more than that in the CTE world, folks. There's a ton of stuff out there, but this is what we offer. Another big thing, this is big for Dr. Ferris like this, he spoke a lot on this, was the embedded credits for students in CTE classes. Students who are in CTE will be able to get credit for math and English while they're taking their CTE courses. And it makes sense, really. I mean, you're doing all kinds of math when you're in building construction, and when you're in welding, you're figuring angles and lengths and whatever. And it's going to be incorporated that way. It's going to be a great thing for a lot of kids. As you all know, the math is going to be changing anyway. It's going to be, I mean, you won't get a credit for trigonometry by any means, but you'll definitely get a Math 1, possibly up to a Math 2 credit for what you do in your CTE class. And they'll have all that worked out. Number 11, I like well for us, because our population, our special ed population, are we 25%, Mr. Snyder, right at? 25% of our students are special needs students. And this iWorks program from the state, and it's in pilot right now too. There's a few schools using it. But the iWorks is for you have to have an IEP, and you only have to score 3 on the work teach testing. And the only thing is you won't be considered a completer. I mean, you'll still go through the program, and you'll get your degree and everything, but you won't be a completer. You won't be, but it will not count against you. Right now, if you have 18 kids in welding and only 10 of them pass, and only 10 of them are completers, you get black marks against you for those 8 that didn't complete. But this way, of those 8, maybe 5 of them may have been special needs kids who couldn't got a 4 in any withheld. But that's going to be big. Again, we're going to try to incorporate that. I think our staff was really like that well, because again, it doesn't count against you when you get your evaluation. Your program gets evaluated. This number 12 is probably the biggest new thing down the pipe coming. It's called simulated workplaces, and we kind of do it now with some of our classes, especially our skilled classes. You're going to treat your CTE class like a business, and students are going to have an interview. They're going to have to take a drug test. They're going to have to punch in on the time clock. They're going to have to call in if they're absent. You're going to be able to make money. You're going to get money through your test scores, through all your projects, what kind of attendance you have. And you're going to get money for that. And also you can get money through, again, what some of them are doing now is for your, like, changing oil and building buggies and building, doing construction work. But it's going to be, it's going to give you an opportunity, and the kids, like they're saying, that the kids today don't understand about going to work and being on time and being held accountable in the workforce. That's what the employers are saying to the state people. The kids don't have that; they just don't have it. So they feel this is what it's come to, and what they'll do is they'll have people in the industry will come in, and like your area, like different areas will have whatever your industry area district is. They'll come in and they'll evaluate your program, and if you rate high enough according to their standards and you meet their criteria, you'll become a certified business. And if not, they're going to make suggestions on how you can improve what you're doing to make your kids more marketable and get students to understand what it takes to be in the workforce. And there's 12 pilot programs right now that's going to do that this fall. But that, to me, that's one of the biggest. Now, there was a lot of questions about it. Who's going to pay for the drug testing? If the kids, gets test positive for drug, what we're going to do, and some of those things like that, which it makes sense. But their feeling is that, teach them responsibility, teach them to call in, and maybe the peer pressure will get kids to be in school and be a part of the learning process and the business process. 13 is our CTE in the middle schools. I think right now any new middle school being built is built with CTE capabilities. They have CTE as part of their building. It's middle schools is the new craze. They want to start it through counseling. Now, we use our 10th graders have an opportunity to be in our exploratory classes, which is we have 4 different classes that will rotate around, but they're wanting to involve the middle schools. My suggestion was that should be done in the middle school. Give them an opportunity to explore the options in the areas that are out there in CTE, because, you got kids in college. I got 3. Kids change their mind, 2 or 3 times before they finally decide what they want to do. And I don't know how we can expect a kid to, in middle school with 10th, 9th, 10th grade to determine this is where they're going. But this gives them opportunity to, at a younger age, to know what's out there. Right now, we're also working with Southern Community to streamline and make the EDGE credits and more easier for kids who take credit or take CTE in high school, not have to retake what they've already taken. Because what they're doing is they're taking all these, having all these certifications, and they say they go, again, I'll use welding, for example. If they